Good morning and welcome to the Ocean Springs Community Live Show. I'm Cynthia.
And I'm Sarah, and we are here connecting creatives with the community.
And we are outside on this nice hot summer day, but we have a cool breeze. We're here in downtown Ocean Springs. We'll tell you why we're here in a minute. But as always, we like to kind of start and give you guys a little bit of update of some things going on in the community. You know, it's back to school time, so it's starting to be fall. And for fall, we call it festival season. So we have a lot of events and activities coming up. We have ribbon cuttings this week, next week. We have business after hours next week. We also have Art Walk coming up on Labor Day weekend. A lot of things. You guys have a lot of classes going on. You're getting ready for your fall semester.
Our fall roster is about to be released this week. And thankfully, a lot of these events that are happening are kind of outdoors. We're trying to keep it safe still, as COVID is kind of creeping back in. So we definitely are taking a moment to make sure that we're, wearing our mask is recommended, and making sure that our classes are still a little bit smaller, and we can stay safe, right? So.
And just on that vein, real quick, if you guys haven't kind of heard an update or kind of want to know what's going on in the community of Ocean Springs related to COVID, the COVID cases, you can visit the Facebook page at Ocean Springs Chamber. You can also go to the Gulf Coast Business Council's YouTube page. There was a wonderful video that was put on with Dr. Dobbs, Singing River Health System. And they basically answered a lot of questions on how we're going to handle events, how we're going to handle festivals, how we're going to handle the schools and things like that coming up this fall. So check out that page to give you all the updates on where we are in the Ocean Springs community related to that. So like as Sarah said, stay safe. We are outside in the beautiful fresh air here in downtown Ocean Springs. And we have some special guests with us today.
Yes, some serious entrepreneurs who are continuously creative and evolving and making all different types of branches of their business. We're very excited to introduce them, the Palettis. If you guys like to join us.
Hey guys, come in.
Good morning, y'all.
Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to visit with us today here on your lot.
Yeah.
So tell us where we are, tell the community where we are, and a little bit about just your lot in general before we dive into some of the things you guys do here.
All right, so yeah, we're here on Government Street. We got the what we're trying to coin as the string lot district back here. So across from Craft Advisory, we got Salty Peach next to us, and yeah, we had this.
That name.
Yeah, the string light district. I think it works, right?
Well, that and the Salty Peach.
Yeah, well, that was cool.
So you guys have done some really cool things on this lot. I've driven by and seen tents set up. I've seen pizza ovens and big stew pots.
Right.
So is all this equipment you guys', and where do you keep it?
We keep it everywhere.
Yeah.
So a lot of it is housed in our garage just because that's the most space we have for
We're always on
anything
the go.
without renting an actual, unit or something like
Right.
that. But all of our equipment, or at least probably 90% of our equipment, is local, whether it came from a local store or whether a local made it. So like our giant fire pit came from an old what's that called? Propane tank. So we cut the end off the propane tank. We had a friend that's a welder out of Ingalls, and he went ahead and added some pieces to it.
I love that.
And that's our big, cauldron you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Right.
And then, all of our pottery, everything like that, and even just the wood and stuff we put up. We're trying to keep everything as
Local as possible.
as
So
we can.
in the last year, I've noticed, and it might be longer than that, but I've personally noticed you guys expanding your business onto the beach, into people's homes, going to events, and literally having your setups there. It's not just here on the lot.
Yeah.
So what we're talking about here is they're actually, you guys are entrepreneurs in the cooking culinary world. So
Right.
they do a lot of events and activities around town in that vein. You guys have done classes with Mary C. You've done stuff with the Veterans Museum of Art. Like she said, on the beach, everywhere that you guys do this. Tell us real quick a little bit about you guys' background. And you guys have, you also have, I would say you also have a sweet company
Yes.
that actually won one of our contests for Taste of
Yes.
Ocean Springs.
Yes.
So,
Well, that's the best part about our background, really, is that we're the salty and sweet with one another. So
I
we
love
named
that.
him
Pretty
the
sure
salty
you can
one.
figure out who's who, right?
And then, of course, I'm the sweet one. I mean,
Yeah.
we could tell as soon as I got here, right? So
Absolutely.
yeah, we do have dinner on the lot, which happens here, which has expanded to brunch on the lot, dinner on the beach, brunch on the beach,
love it.
beach chairs and bonfires, belly up beach chairs. We've gone on and on with that, and then we have sweet enchantments as well. And I do all the sweet stuff for it. Wedding cakes for different events, things like that.
And you guys have a commercial kitchen where you cook and you bake, and
Yes.
it that doesn't happen in their home. So
Yeah.
So where is y'all's commercial kitchen?
So we've actually just joined with Treasure Oaks Country Club.
Nice.
So we're making the process in there, but we've gotten the blessing from the board over there as we're phasing out of the ore. We like to just pop around and
We're all
Well,
over
I
the
think
map.
you guys are just really cool people, and you're married. I don't know if anyone knows that, but I'm sure everyone around here knows that. But you know, y'all have a really good relationship, and I know from personal experience how difficult it is to work with your partner. At times, it's great, but then there's some times where it's just hard. It's hard to cut off and go back to having a personal relationship at the end of the day, especially when your end of the day might be midnight
Yes.
after
Yeah.
cleaning up from a dinner.
Oftentimes it is.
Yeah. So, how long have y'all been working together?
We started this, we've been on our own for 4 years now? Three and a half?
3 and some change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are the
That's
sweet
it.
years.
Seems so much
So-
longer than that, though, because
Yes.
you guys have been involved in the community for
Right.
many years.
We've
Really
done
heavily,
everything
right?
together, but when we finally bit the bullet to just be on our own and not work for other people and just solely be like, all right,
We just
you're
jumped
gonna
in.
clock in with me every single day.
Every
You know, the good thing is that you both bring your own element to
Right.
the business, and so you're independent in your way. What you bring, the sweets and the decorating and all the
Yes.
above, and then you know, on your end,
Just
you're
carry all the heavy stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
We've learned to
The
stay in our
muscle.
own lane. It's the best way to keep our
Absolutely.
marriage as one
really
cohesive
is.
unit.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about you guys. Like you said, I think that's really cool that you guys are going to be working with Treasure Oaks, and you guys have kind of popped around the community, which is really also really good. So you guys have been a part of the entire Mississippi Gulf Coast community over the years, you
Yep.
know, working with your skill and things like that. And we're extra happy and delighted that you guys found a permanent home in addition to everything that you guys are doing here on this lot.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about what one of those events would be. Sarah was talking a little bit about, you guys were talking about you've done brunch and things like that. So tell us a little bit about what happens here on this lot. I see you have a gorgeous table set up behind us with
Yeah.
a lot of local art. So tell us a little bit about how one of those evenings or brunches would
So
happen here.
basically, this is the first thing that we wanted to start. And we wanted to start this because we were a part of it when we worked in Jacksonville together. And we just wanted to bring community together through food. So when we first started, we were doing these public dinners, you know, to where people could just come out, eat, you know, conversate, and just have fun and do something different. And so now with all the pandemic stuff, we had to go kind of change it up a little bit and go to these private parties and whatnot, but that's really taken off. So basically, you come out here for however many people in your group. We bring our kitchen out and cook right there in front of you. We kind of talk to you throughout the night, you know, about the dishes that we created, because we don't give you a menu. You don't get to know what you're eating.
Really? You
Yeah.
did
Yeah.
that?
You tell us if you're allergic to anything, and then maybe, you know, we're surprising my wife. She loves seafood. And then we just go with it. And that's what you get.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Amazing.
you get a little bit of what they want, but then
Maybe.
Sometimes.
Maybe.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
We like to be a little mysterious.
So if someone comes to you and is like, I want to have a pizza party, are
Yeah.
you down for that?
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
Okay, but it's any pizza you want to create for them.
For
Yeah,
the most
just-
part, we've done some kids' pizza parties, and we're like, okay, what's
Kids
your
are
favorite?
picky,
Yeah.
yeah.
We want Hawaiian pizza, we want pepperoni pizza, and then the adults are like, can you just make 2 fun ones for us?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
we'll throw
okay.
some Wagyu
I
beef
love
on it, or some local figs, or, you know, whatever else we're getting.
Y'all, this is really special. You know that y'all should really be proud of yourselves and keep the stamina up and know that this is the best life you could be living and the best career you could have. It's what your passion is, and if you're following your passion, you're doing exactly what you need to be doing.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're proud of you guys. We're excited to have highlighted you guys.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay, so
thank
let's
you.
pan over and show a little bit of this table here, and tell us a little bit about kind of what you guys do. It looks like you guys do a beautiful setup here for people that come out. And so, real quick, tell us a little bit about that, but also tell us if somebody wants to do that. I mean, they can plan a party and they book it through you guys. So tell us a little bit about this display here, and tell us a little bit about how somebody could join.
Yes.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah, so this display, when we set up, we like to keep it, one, using all of our local pottery, but number 2, just in the elements. You're already sitting outside, so we don't need bright pink, bright yellow, things like that. So we stick with the neutral tones. You'll see we actually some new settings today. We have some new plates that we got. Tyler Suddeth, who's also a local,
Beautiful.
he made these for us. And then his girlfriend, Amber Jameson, she made
I
all
love
of
her.
our bowls. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
fantastic. So you can find them doing their little side hustle.
I love that.
And I mean, they're beautiful. So they made
Yeah,
this for us.
It comes zoom in on these tables too, because I love it. Your silverware is very
Yes.
top notch. I love to look at these. You decorate their napkins and everything, and they have
Yeah, so
glassware.
and the oyster,
glasses.
yeah, I know it's shiny. Look at that. So the oyster shells, these are all French Hermit oyster shells. So from each dinner, we save all of our French Hermit oyster shells. We clean them up. I send them to my friend Chastity Sorrells, and she makes these beautiful pieces to
That
sell
is
and
so
for
cool.
our lot. So that way we even use a piece of our dinner. We try to, as much as we
Love that.
can, depending on the rain,
Yeah.
serve a French Hermit oyster as your starter at every single dinner.
That's
Are
the
you guys gonna like have like animal bones as the decor one day, like for Halloween?
Maybe.
can.
Like
We did a
something
Harry
that
Potter.
Fish.
Our
Yeah.
Harry Potter dinner last year,
I
we
like
had like the hanging candles and all that
I
stuff on the
saw
table.
that.
And that was
But you know
was
what we
fun.
saw one time? You guys partnered with this cool group, and you put a big old huge.
Yes.
What do you call that?
that big
It was
tent, the
tent,
glamping
the
tent.
glamping tent.
Yes, yes. Okay, so tell us a little bit about that, because you do some cool things with that. You know, like you said, you've done stuff on the beach.
Yeah, so that's some friend of ours, Kristen and Cody. They started, this company up, and we just got to know them, and they were wanting to promote it, and it was like, look, y'all just come set up on the lot. We love helping people put their name out there as much as
Right.
we can. So they came and set up, and then we just posted up back here and sold some tacos and stuff like that, and just kind of made it a fun little day for people to come out, get their name out, and that's really it. Just help cross promote.
I
Hang
love all
out,
the
meet new cool people.
collaborations that
Right,
you guys do.
Well, we've been fortunate enough to have other people open their arms to us, starting back with the Mary C. when we left our day job and we were like, someone help us, please, like give us air conditioning and a kitchen.
Yeah.
So as soon as we went into that kitchen, we were very thankful, but we noticed that chefs here, and not even just chefs, I mean, that was a glamping tent, but people didn't necessarily collaborate. Everybody kind of stayed in their own lane, and we're not like that.
Whether it was
Right.
for competition or what, but
Yeah,
we
we're
don't
not
care. We
that
just
way.
want to have fun and do cool
Yeah,
stuff
that was
with
the
like-minded
bringing
individuals.
community together through food. So we started reaching out to people and found out real quickly who wanted to work together and who didn't.
Yeah.
And we just kind of went from there. We've done beer pairing dinners with Craft Advisory right across the street from us. We did a brunch pairing with Bright Eyed Brew. We do
We got
collaborations with
Cat Head
Vestige.
dinner coming up.
We have our Cat Head dinner on September 12th
Yeah.
on the lot. We do it. This will be our third one.
Third one.
Yeah, third one.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Very
it's
cool.
fun.
Love it. Well, you guys, y'all are succeeding in a time where it's very difficult for restaurants, and so through your creativity and your collaborations and your teamwork, you've still kept your career, and it's still growing in the midst of all of
We
what's
got lucky
happened.
that we were already outside.
Yeah.
Everybody else had
It was
to add
a,
outside.
it was a, it was a
Right,
niche
right.
before
We
it
were
was
like,
a
hey,
niche.
look over here.
And your winters won't be so bad because you're on the coast. You
Right.
can make it work with a pit fire or something.
Yes,
you
and
know?
We have
that's
plenty of
how we
fire
added. Yeah, that's how we
That you
added
bring out
the
here?
beach
Oh, yeah.
chairs last year. The beach chairs and
Yeah.
bonfires because it was starting to get too cold. So we were like, okay, well let's move to the beach, throw a fire together, give people some s'mores and blankets, and
Very
call it a
nice.
day.
Well, do you guys have any last things you want to tell the community? Any events coming up? Any ideas that you want to share?
Yeah.
And help people
You-
can even, if they want contact you, if they
Yes.
want to do one of these events,
Yes.
be a part of these events. Because, I know that a lot of people drive by, and we've had at the chamber people call and say, what's going on over there? Can they join in last minute? Are these pre-planned events? Tell us a little bit about that.
So they're somewhat pre-planned, and by somewhat I mean, for example, Friday and Saturday we have some last-minute openings this week, so you can still book a dinner for this weekend.
And how do you do that?
So we have our website, which is fbhos.com.
Okay.
You can also find us on social media through Food, Booze, and Hiccups, or through Sweet Enchantments. And really, just send us a message, call, text. It's just the two of us, so we get it,
It all leads you back to me one way or the other.
Yeah.
So you have to talk to me at some point.
And we usually just need a few days. That way we can talk to our local farms and see what we can get in.
Oh, I love that.
And then we go from there. So it's pretty simple to book with us. Through the website, we do have a contact us, and you can click if you want to do beach chairs or if you want to do dinner on the lot. And you just kind of put like, hey, I'm looking for dinner for 8 people on Friday night.
Yeah.
You know, it's my wife's birthday.
And
Can
then
we
you
get a call
guys
back?
whip it up.
And we'll call them back, and we'll get them on the books if we have openings. And that's about it. I love it. Easy.
Yeah, simple.
And that's really cool that you guys get to do what you love, you know, and you found a creative way to do it here in the community, in Ocean Springs, and, you know, you make people happy by doing these events
Yeah,
in
so
the
thank
community.
you.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
We've listed their hashtags, their links, some of their links in our description. We'll post some of those at the end so you guys can book with these guys, see where they're going, see the cool stuff that they are doing, and take an opportunity to taste, you know, some of their skills.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're easy eating.
Right.
I like that.
So thank you guys again. Again, we'll
Thank
link
you.
everything. We're here in downtown Ocean Springs. You drive by and you'll see this lot. So when you see it, call them, book some event with them. Until next time, I'm Cynthia.
And I'm Sarah.